Hey guys, I want to show y'all something. I guess you call it another toy in a way, but it's another Vibor product. Several companies make them. Best I can tell, they're all from China or Taiwan or some other foreign country. But I bought this thing. It's a 12-volt jack, and it's got an air compressor built with it, and a light, and some type of little bitty emergency lights back here. And like I say, it's got a little compressor in here with some extra fuses, some tips. I've not used a compressor, and this is only the second time I've tried to use this thing. And when I say tried, I mean it works, but there is some things you've got to watch. So this side has a little compressor cord, and it's got a little air compressor and a little gauge on top. Matter of fact, I hadn't even taken the plastic off the gauge. I guess I can do that. And it comes with a light up there. The compressor runs, and you turn it back this way to use the jack. And it comes with a 12-volt cord. Now the cord plugs into a 12-volt socket. Now I've got this thing on an inverter here, as you can see. Sorry for the camera stuff, but see, it just plugs in. And if you're going to use it on the car, you can either plug it to your 12-volt lighter outlet, supposedly, or if you're smart enough and know that your lighter outlet probably don't have a big enough fuse in it to run the thing very long, especially if it gets under some torque. It comes with a little kit that has a 12-volt socket with two alligator clips that you can clip on your battery. Now this one comes with a cheap torque wrench also, and I wasn't sure how this would work, but I'll be honest, it'll take the nuts off. We'll use it here in a few minutes. It comes with one of those, supposedly a life hammer. That I think is a patented name, but it's made for breaking glass on one end, and a little old cheap hammer on this end, and a seatbelt cutter. That's what that's supposed to be. And it comes with a couple of dual sockets. One of them is 23 millimeter, and the other one's 21 millimeter. On that one, and this one here is a 19 and a 17. And a couple of gloves. I guess they want to make sure that you show you've been doing the work, being that they're white gloves. And a little old instruction manual, if you can see it there. And for some reason, my little kit, well, it comes with a couple extra cheap fuses too. I mean, they're just very small fuses. My kit, for some reason, comes with an extra socket in it. It's looks like a 16 millimeter, but I don't know that it goes with this set. I'd say because it's just loose in the box, but hey, that's a bonus. Anyhow, I'm going to show you what I think of this thing so far. I mean, and we're going to use it here in just a second. We're going to use the jack first. I hope y'all can see this. Like I say, this is not a review. I mean, it's a review, but I'm not paid or anything to do this. I bought this with my money. And what I want you to notice is, first off, I put that on a board. Now I'm in gravel. Typical situation for any roadway is gravel. And what it is it's got a adjustable screw here that you can screw up and down. And you need to get that as close as you can to where your jack's supposed to go. And if you don't know where that's at, please consult your owner's manual to your car. Because like I say, this is not a how-to. This is a, does this thing work? Alright. Now that we got it almost snug, we're going to turn it on, and I'm going to show you what I think here. Again, sorry for the camera work. It's hard to move the camera around and keep it going and stable and everything to show you things, but let's just see if this thing does okay. I'm going to let it run to its full height. That way you can see how far it goes up. Alright, it didn't run to its full height. That may be because of the power, or may not be. But here's some concerns I have with it. If you can see the back of the jack, it started to lift off the ground. And that's the reason I put the board under it. Another reason is, if the ground's unstable at all, this thing will tilt one way or the other. So my suggestion using this thing is, yes, it'll lift your car, but do not get under it without a jack stand, which I'm about to install here in just a moment. Alright guys, I got the jack stand in place back there. I can't go up one more on the jack stand because it's not high enough. Little safety concerns, because the jack will kick out this way and this away. So I want you to be extremely careful with this, and please don't use it without a jack stand. But we're going to let it come down against the jack stand. And as you can see, we got the weight off of it. And I will put another jack stand under the car here before I work on it, because I've got some things to do to the wheel, not just change the wheel. Now, did it get it high enough to change the wheel? Yes, it did. Was it easier than a hydraulic jack? Not necessarily, because you had to deal with the cord and everything. Is it good or bad? I'll just leave it up to you. Like I say, I'm not going to tell you good or bad. I'm going to tell you I want you to be careful with this item. I think it's worth what I paid for it. And like I say, we'll do some more reviews here of the rest of the kit in a few minutes. Alright guys, we've got the car up in the air now on a jack stand. We're going to use the next tool here. You have to unplug the cord from the jack, and it's just a simple cord. It's got a place in the back, and we're going to plug it into this electric mixer looking thing, which is an impact they sent with it. As you can see, it plugs in the rear there. And I know this is a 19mm socket, so it's a dual-sided socket. We're going to put it on. And on each side it's got an L and a T. Loosen and tighten, obviously. And I'm going to show you how this thing works. I hope you can see this. have to adjust the camera a little bit. I'm sorry. Like I say, the camera works a little rough. But here's how it works. I gotta turn my power supply on, sorry. So, it removed all 5 lug nuts without an issue. Is it the greatest thing? No, this is probably the best tool in this kit though. Just so far it's broken the lug nuts that I've asked for it to break on this car. And I've put them on with torque wrenches. I mean, an actual impact. But this one's the most user-friendly, safest, simplest tool in the kit. Like I say, the other one, the jack itself works, but it has its limitations. And it has its safety concerns. Like I say, this one's pretty straightforward, even though it looks like a hand mixer. I wasn't sure how that would do, but it does work.